Hey y'all, welcome back to the garden. My name is Blythe and I garden here in Zone 8A in Eastern Georgia. I'm going to show you guys a little garden tour today. Everything is still definitely growing in early May, but hopefully you guys will stick around and watch things grow this year. This is my first really big garden at our new house here, but I've been gardening for a couple years now. So let's get started. So I thought we could start here in the kitchen garden is what I call it, just to show you guys what I've got going on here, and then we'll make it out to the big garden out there. So right over here in this lovely pot, I've got some bee balm that was gifted to me. It's gonna be red and blue, I believe. Whoops, just spilled my coffee on that. So I'm really excited about that. I've never grown bee balm before. So coming over this way, I've got an olive tree that I just fertilized. It's definitely needing a little love. But I've had this, it is almost 2 years old. So here in the front of the beds in some grow bags, ignore this. This is citronella. I'm planting it around our back porch to see if that would help with some of the mosquitoes. But I've got this lime tree. This one's a Persian lime. There's a random zinnia that looks terrible growing in there with it. But I got this at the end of last year. It was like on sale, you know, like hardly any leaves on it. So it's actually doing really well. And we do have like a few limes on it, so that's exciting. And then over here, in another grow bag in the front, this one is a key lime. And it's doing really, oh, that's a weed. I'm gonna say, it's a big leaf on there. So it's actually doing really well too. It dropped all of its leaves for some reason after I bought it. So it's growing back really well. And this one did have flowers, but I don't think any of the limes actually stuck around. So let's go back to this first bed. So this first bed here is mainly herbs. I've got a little Glen Navel orange tree right here that I need to pot up, and I got the other day. Oh, and my little sensitive plant. So you can see, got this with my daughter the other day. She thought it was really cool, so I'm gonna plant that one inside. So we've got mainly herbs in this bed here. You can see I need to do some staking and some thinning out. But we've got nasturtium growing here in the corner. Under here is saffron crocus. So I'm waiting for that to come back this fall, but it all died away. And I'm really happy about that. And then we've got some just common sage here that I planted a few weeks ago. It's doing really well. We've got regular thyme. And then this here, the one that's blooming, is a lemon thyme. Really pretty. Chives, rosemary, oregano, and then I just planted this columnar basil. And if there's anything that I can't remember the name of, I'll definitely pop it up on the screen for you guys. But I think that would be really pretty, and I think it'll be better for it to get taller in this bed than spreading out anymore, because there's definitely plenty of herbs in this bed already. Here I had some peas trellis that I just took out. It was crazy this year because it was actually kind of weird this year. It was like mildly starting to get a little bit warm. So I planted all of my cool weather crops, and then all of a sudden it got like incredibly hot. So most of my cool weather crops have bolted, and you'll see I'm just kind of in the process of getting them out of here. So I had the peas in here. They were not doing very well, so I took them out. You can see I've got lettuce here that's going to seed. These all kind of popped up. I seeded it in the fall actually, and this is just some like romaine type lettuces. Seeded it in the fall, and some of them came up, but a lot of them didn't, and I guess they were just waiting for a little bit of warmer weather to pop up, and they did, but they are definitely about to be bolting, so we'll see how long they last. Right here in a grow bag, I've got eucalyptus, which is doing really well. And I'm keeping it in the grow bag because I'm just not sure if anybody knows how it does in the ground here. I would love to know. I'm just kind of too scared to plant it in the ground. So yeah, let me know. And then of course, another volunteer zinnia growing in there. Just gonna let it go, see what happens. This bed right here is my strawberry bed. So I've got these, I believe they're June bearing. I got them from a friend, and I'm assuming that is because they have like a ton of strawberries on them. And then next to that is a different type of strawberries that I got bare roots for this spring, and they're doing really well. They look amazing actually. That's pretty much ready. See how it tastes. Oh wow, that's so good. Dropped it in the dirt. Wipe the dirt off, it's fine. And then next to that is, oh wow, they're sending off a ton of runners, which is crazy, but these are actually pine berries, which I have not seen a flower for yet, so we'll see what happens. So kind of coming to this corner over here, this is where I was keeping most of my seedlings. I've got two just, you know, pretty cheap already. They've got tape on it because they break pretty easily. For seedlings, I was just keeping them all kind of on these shelves, easy in the same place, easy to water. I've got a few, like I've got some floret dahlias that the slugs ate. I'm just seeing if they're gonna come back, which looks like there might be a little bit of growth down there, which would be cool. And then over here I've got some peppermint, some ground cherries. These are the new Hanover ground cherries that I need to get in the ground. Campangela that I winter sowed, but it is just kind of not really doing anything right now, so we'll see how that goes. Got a few peppers that I'm giving away to people. They just have to come get them. Some tomatoes that are being given away. Some tomatoes that I started a little too late that are now kind of stunted. I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll see. More strawberries, some onions that are probably gonna just get thrown in the garden somewhere. I'm not really sure what happened with those. I've got my garlic, so I didn't have a lot of these beds when I needed to start garlic, so I started it in grow bags. We'll see how it goes. It's doing okay. I pulled one up and used it as just some green garlic the other day, and it was really good. But I got a few different varieties here. Got, oh, of course it washed off, so I don't know. Chilium red garlic in both of these, and then I have some over here. I believe this is the Lore's garlic, but the tags kind of washed off, so we'll see. But it's doing pretty well. I don't even know. I've never grown garlic successfully, so it actually looks like it might be ready to harvest, but we'll see. Next to that, I've got some leeks, Bulgarian giant leeks from Baker Creek, some random onions that I threw in here that are doing okay. And then right here I've got sugar beets, which I've never grown. So I'm really excited. They're actually doing really, really well. So we'll see how that goes. I got some rhubarb in the corner there. Some more nasturtiums kind of just tucked in everywhere. Then right back here is an orange tree. I believe this is a red navel orange, which we've got a few little guys on there. So these are in grow bags, which I need to weed because I do bring them in during the winter, all of my citrus. That's just the way we have to do it here. They can't survive in the ground. So I've actually had these for 2 winters, so this will be their 3rd year. and they have not produced yet, so I'm really excited. We've got a few, I just fertilized this lemon, but we've got a few little tiny lemons growing on there. This is the variegated pink lemon tree, and it's huge. It's amazing. So I've got that one in the grow bag too. And then this bed right here is kind of just like hodgepodge bed. I've got some yarrow that I got from a friend. It's about to be blooming, so I'm really excited about that. I've got that here, and on the corner here I've got some nasturtiums tucked in again. I've got a few things of lettuce, calendula. Right here we have asparagus that was in a grow bag, and I just popped it in the middle this spring, so we'll see how that does in here now. I did start this from seed, and I'll put the variety up on the screen for what kind it is. More lettuce under the asparagus here, some red. It's doing really well because it's like shaded by the asparagus, I think, so it's not actually bolting, which is awesome. Next to that, I've got some Jerusalem artichokes, which I've never grown before. A friend gave them to me, so we'll see how those are. I'm really excited. And then walking you this way past the lemons, as I get through this jungle, I've got a peony here in a pot, and then this whole bed is different varieties of potatoes. So they're doing really well. They're flowering already. I planted these mid-March, I believe, is when I planted these, so they're doing really well. And then right here I've got some lemon balm in a grow bag that I've had this for 3 years now. It comes back every year. It's doing really well. And then over here I've got some wasabi radishes that went to seed, so I'm gonna try to save the seed from those. I really love the wasabi radish, and I'm really sad that they're not gonna be making it this year, or this spring at least. And then I've got some beets that I sowed a while ago, and I'm just hoping that they don't bolt, but we'll see. I've got a few garlic here that I just stashed. Then I've got some Chinese pink celery growing right here, and I had 4, one of them died, so I've got 3, and a few random carrots. And then this right here is Torch Minty Ice lavender that I grew from seed. I'm very proud of it. I just kind of stashed it here for now, but I'd love to put it just kind of in the landscape somewhere here at the house. I've got a bunch of seeds sown here, so we'll see if they come up, and they might be in the next video, next garden tour. Some borage here, and then that's pretty much it for the kitchen garden. Right here, it's next to the house. I do have this random pool. I had a few zinnia seed packets that I had accidentally left out, and it rained on them, so I ran out here really quickly, threw some soil in this old tub this is my old duck's pool, and threw just like all the zinnia seeds in here to just, you know, get them in the ground. And we have little babies popping up everywhere. So I'm excited to see just kind of what this does. I mean, it's not like a ton of soil or anything. I'm just gonna leave them, see what happens. I planted some marigolds I need to get in the ground, some walking onions from a friend, and a few Sunflower Steve sunflowers that I started that were not doing great. So this is kind of like the hospital raised bed. Just kind of like stash things and hope they live. So we'll see what happens. So moving on, I do have cardboard down. I need to get more pea gravel for this garden area. So moving on to the big garden, more cardboard. You guys know how it is. Just to kind of give you an overview, I've got a bunch of cattle panels. I've got my tunnel here, which I'll show you in just a second. I'm putting cardboard down, and then I have a bunch of mulch that I got from Chip Drop that I'm going to be putting in the walk paths. So we'll start right here. These are my tomatoes. I've got pretty much like one of each variety or sometimes two, and I tag them with these little tree tags, which work really well. Just putting it around the base and then you don't lose them. So yeah, and I've done that for a while. But right here I've got Sun Sugar Yellow Hybrid Tomato, which is one that I bought as a plant, but everything else I have started from seed. So yeah, just kind of show you guys. And I've got them along this cattle panel trellis. Need to finish fertilizing them. And go all the way down here, and then we'll just kind of start here. I've got some blue glitter Euringium planted all right here on the side. Some more sunflower Steve sunflowers that I started that were not doing great, and I got them in the ground and they have been putting on lots of new growth. And then this whole bed down here is different types of sunflowers. So, and they are popping up, which I'm really excited about, all the little babies. So we'll see how those do. I'm really excited. And you can tell that we have very bright red Georgia clay here. I've got a few dragon tongue beans that I stashed at the end of this bed that are coming up. Right here, here. And then along this arched trellis here, I have White Queen and Lavender Queen butterfly peas. And I put them on both sides. Some of them didn't come up on that side, so I might replant those. But then coming along to this side, right here, on this side of the trellis, I've got purple pole beans, which I'll put the name of the actual variety on the screen. A dahlia that I saved from my old garden. Kiwi that I saved from my old garden. I used to have two. I used to have the male and female, and one died, and I'm not sure which one. So hoping that this one's gonna flower so that I can figure out which one I need to buy for it. But it's not really gonna stay here. I just kind of stashed it for now. I ran out of room. You know how it is. And then along this side, this whole middle bed here is gonna be flowers. I've got some Kaz apricot stalk here. I've got more Sunflower Steve sunflowers, celosia. This is the rose gold celosia from Floret here that I started. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. There we go. Some zinnias that I'm definitely gonna have to thin out all along here. These zinnias here are Floret, and I just transplanted them less than a week ago and pinched them, and they're doing really well. They have already started to bud out pretty good. So down next to that are dahlias from Floret, doing really well here. A few more dahlias from tubers that I bought. And then along this whole tunnel here, I have hollyhocks and echinacea. So just kind of like mixed echinacea. I believe the hollyhocks are double champagne. Really excited about that. And then go back this way. In the next cattle panel arch here, I've got some melons. I've got Cicada sweet melon, Kajari melon, and Japanese tiger melon, which didn't germinate very well. So I'm gonna come back and do a few more seeds in this area. Dahlia right there. And then on this side, I have Cajo watermelon and Royal Golden watermelon, and they germinated well, so I'm really excited about that. So then going down this aisle here, so that was our flower aisle. And then this aisle here is summer squash. You can see they're starting to come up. I'm really excited. And I'll put the varieties on the screen here for you guys. I'm doing 3 summer squash varieties, and I can see that some of them are already coming up. I'm really excited. And then down here I've got the mini blue popcorn that's coming up. I'm so excited. More echinacea. So yeah. So in the third arch we have Jaharadale squash and zucchini rampicante that germinated well, doing well. And then on this side I've got, I don't know how to pronounce that, squash and candy roaster squash, and they are looking amazing. And then this was our corn and summer squash row here. And then on this side I've got dragon tongue beans and soybeans, and then some okra at the end there. We have these huge slugs here, and yes, I do have ducks, so I need to get them out, but I usually just toss those guys over there. So then on this trellis here I've got some turkey gizzard beans, which were given to me by someone local. And then I've got, I believe these are Sikkim cucumbers here, which are one of my favorites. And then I planted some seeds for mottle melon here that haven't come up yet. More Sikkim cucumbers. This is a golden honeymoon melon. I just had one open spot where my cucumbers didn't germinate, so we just went ahead and put the mottle melon there. And then these cucumbers are Bait Alpha cucumbers. And then I have a salt and pepper cucumber that is already flowering, doing really well. And then here in these 4 I've got the Lao Sweet Glow watermelon that I'm really excited about. And then we've got, let's see, these are Gukoi squash right here. And next to that we've got sugar pie pumpkins, and then honey nut butternut squash, and more Kajari melons. And then it starts more tomatoes here, which are going crazy. I love it. This is crazy. Yeah, all along there. And then that leads us back to the echinacea here. And then we'll go to the tunnel. So here's the tunnel here. And I've got peppers, onions, eggplant, ground cherries in this tunnel. I'm gonna come in here too and mulch everything with the mulch that we have. Just have to get to it. On this side I've got onions, which I grew from sets. They're doing really well. And then right past that is ground cherries, which I showed you. I have a few ground cherries that I still need to plant over here, but they're doing really well. I'm really excited. And then here we've got Rosa Bianca eggplant, Thai purple ribbed eggplant, and white egg eggplant. It's doing great. We've got sweet peppers, which I always grow. I don't know why I do this, but I always grow just one variety of everything that I want because I want so much variety. So that's all I have room for. And then this whole row here is hot peppers. And I already have a few growing. So I've got poblano, and then I got some Chinese five color growing there. So yeah, I'm really excited. If you guys want to know all the varieties that I'm growing, let me know. I'll try to make a video about that. Well, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.